And welcome to your Tiger Media Network News Live. I'm Grant Rogers.
And I'm Kylie Gahn. In our top story tonight, the Fort Hays student government will read the allocations bill for the second time, opening the Senate up to debate the bill. This year, the process has seen several complications outside of the normal process. The passing of the fundal bill removed a significant portion of the dollars that SGA would normally allocate. The SGA had a total of $712,731 to allocate in their fund and put into their recommendation a total of $715,000. The SGA benefited this year from a $75,000 addition to the amount allocated to be transferred back from the Tiger Media Network operational budget. According to Interim Provost Chris Crawford, the money was transferred back to allow for students to utilize the funds. The university comptroller said the allocation would only be a concern if the SGA were to allocate an amount over what is in the fund. And with the additional $75,000, SGA can safely fund every organization to the allocations committee's recommended levels, but also maintain the recommended buffer of approximately $60,000.
Last night at the Robbins Center on the campus of Fort Hays State University, journalist Chris Mooney celebrated the 50th Science Cafe in his presentation, The Science of Why We Don't Believe in Science. Mooney describes his major findings over the last 3 years, recording his role of psychological factors in promoting science denial and the processing of information.
Fire marshals are back in Hays due to a consecutive second week of suspected arson fires. 10 fires occurred right outside of Hays last night. Fire crews responded to the 10 fires between 5 and 9:30 p.m. and occurred on grass in a wooded tree area in Old Granary. No one was hurt and the fires are still under investigation. If you have any information about the fires, please call the Ellis County Sheriff's Department at 785-625-1040.
Tonight at 7:30 in the Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center of the Fort Hays State the Fort Hays State University Band will perform with guest artist Alan Vizzuti. Vizzuti is an American trumpeter, composer, and music educator that was born and raised in Montana. He first learned the trumpet from his father. Since then, Vizzuti has performed in 40 countries and currently lives in Seattle, Washington, where he works and travels throughout North America, making guest appearances at universities.
2 Fort Hays State University professors are going above and beyond outside the classroom by establishing a scholarship fund with the Fort Hays State University Foundation. The Brett Weaver and Linda Smith Writing Concentration Scholarship will be awarded to 2 junior and senior undergraduate or graduate students each year majoring in English with a writing concentration. And to whomever gets awarded the scholarship, it is only fitting that the student will receive a Hawaiian shirt.
Earlier this week, Student Government Association representatives and Fort Hays State University students traveled to the Capitol for the first annual Tiger Day. Students spent the day talking to various Kansas House of Representative members about restoring the budget and minimizing budget cuts for higher education, specifically at Fort Hays State University. House Bill 2557 was also discussed. The bill could potentially allow students to receive a refund on the taxes they spend on textbooks at colleges across the state.
The Fort Hays State University Choir performed a couple days ago at Beach Schmidt Performing Arts Center, where they performed numerous songs for people of all ages. The next concert choir scheduled is for May 3rd and will team up with the Hays Symphony Orchestra.
Over the weekend, the Fort Hays State University Theater presented the play Harvey. Harvey is a comedy about a mythical creature called a puka, which is a 6-foot rabbit and named Harvey is invisible to everyone except one person, Elwood P. Dowd. The play is based on the famous Jimmy Stewart movie of the same name. The next theater performance is scheduled for May.
Users of the Fort Hays State Wi-Fi system may have noted problems over the last few months, but now you don't have to worry about the Wi-Fi not working anymore. Fort Hays State University has joined with Aruba Networks to have a wireless network that supports the growing campus and the need for a better learning experience, launching its 4G network. Aruba Networks is the leading provider of the next generation network access solutions for the mobile enterprise.
The Women's Leadership Project is celebrating Women's History Month by recognizing the contributions women have made to society and how they have influenced people throughout history. For more information of all the dates throughout the month, you can visit the Women's Leadership Project Facebook page or call 785-625-4312 or by email at womensleadershipproject@fhsu.edu.
Fort Hays State University Assistant Professor Benjamin Klein performed at the yearly faculty recital by performing the cello and bass. Klein is a founding member of the Matisse Piano Trio and has performed in numerous countries. Klein currently teaches as Assistant Professor of Cello and Bass and is serving as Department Chair.
Sternberg celebrated its 15th year in its current building near I-70 this past Saturday. The Sternbergs have been part of Fort Hays State University since 1902. George F. Sternberg was appointed to help develop the museum in McCartney Hall in 1915. Sternberg was a famous fossil collector, and many of his fossils are still on display in the museum today. Sternberg died in 1969, and the museum was named after him shortly thereafter. In 1999, the Sternberg moved off campus to its current location on Sternberg Drive. The end of tonight's program will be my final sign-off. A friend and I are planning to run for president and vice president of the Student Government Association for next school year, and I will be unable to provide the time and devotion necessary to maintain the newscaster position. I've spoken with the management here at Tiger Media Network, and together we felt that I should leave my position here so that I may focus on our campaign. I would like to thank Fort Hays State University for the Tiger Media Network and its operations to exist so students like me are given the opportunity to participate and gain experience. I would also like to thank every member of the production staff here at the Tiger Media Network, for without them, I am nothing. I am just a face, but the real workers are the ones behind the camera, not in front. Finally, I would like to give a thank you to the station for giving me the opportunity to deliver the news to you, the audience. The past 2 years of the Tiger Media Network have been a wonderful learning and growing experience. It's been a real honor. Up next, stay tuned because sports is next with CD DeSalvo.
Think before you drink. Around 3,000 drunk driving fatalities happen in the U.S. every year. Act responsibly and make sure you have a sober driver or call Safe Ride. Your life and the lives of others depends on it. So next time you decide to drink, think twice before grabbing those keys.
Hey, who wants to go to the bars?
Don't be the next statistic. Even this is better than drinking and driving.
Hey, we're going to 11th, man. Come on.
Good evening, I'm CD DeSalvo. Well, it's the time of year again to announce regional awards for the basketball season. So it's no surprise that FHSU sophomore point guard Craig Nicholson was named to the Daktronics All-Central Region men's basketball first team. Nicholson, the Wichita native, is averaging 17.3 points per game and 7.3 assists per game, which is good enough to be ranked 6th in all of Division II. Nicholson owns 4 double-doubles this season, and he's reached double figures 24 times. He is the single-season school record holder in free throws made with 188 and is the 4th Tiger ever to record at least 200 assists in one season. Craig Nicholson and the Tigers will open the NCAA tournament on Saturday at noon against the 19th-ranked Missouri Southern Lions in Mankato, Minnesota. FHSU is the 6th seed in the Central Region with a record of 22-7. The 10th-ranked FHSU Tiger wrestling team travels to Cleveland, Ohio this weekend to compete in the NCAA Division II National Championships. 5 Tigers are set to compete at Nationals, 4 of which are ranked nationally. Central Region champs C.J. Napier ranked 3rd at 141 and John Inman 6th at 184. Also set to compete are Mitchell Means at 157, Josh Rodriguez at 174 pounds, and Tanner Chris at 197 pounds. The Tigers took 4th as a team at the Central Regional Championships behind defending national champion Nebraska Kearney, Lindenwood, and Cloud State. Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Fort Hays State Athletics. Tomorrow, the 13th-ranked Lady Tiger softball team will be at home taking on conference rival Emporia in a doubleheader beginning at 4 p.m. They will turn around and play Washburn again at home in a doubleheader on Saturday beginning at 1 p.m. The Tiger baseball team will be on the road this weekend in Topeka to take on Washburn in a 4-game in-conference series. And the Fort Hays State men's and women's track teams will be competing in the NCAA Division II Indoor Championships in Salem, North Carolina all day, beginning Friday. That's your Fort Hays sports for the week. Stay tuned for Around Town, our new community affairs segment with Bridget Markey.
College should be a time for fresh starts and exciting new adventures, but for some, it's not. New studies find that bullying does not end when students go to college. In fact, 15% of college students reported still being bullied. If you or somebody you know is being bullied, don't be afraid to tell somebody. Contact a trusted professor, administration member, or the Kelly Center for help and advice. Together, we can put an end to bullying.
Dude, I'm so drunk right now.
That party was awesome.
Hey, are you still coming to this party?
My girlfriend's in there. I'm way too drunk for this right now.
Really? Who cares? Just, how about you go drive around? I'm going in.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right, dude. Hello. Who's this? He's in the hospital? All right, I'll be there in a minute.
Think before you drink and designated driver.
Exercising involves more than just lifting weights. Warm up before you stretch to help your muscles stretch more easily. Mildly stretch all your muscles before you work out. Stretching too much can lead to a temporary decrease in muscle strength. Cardiovascular exercise has numerous benefits and should be part of any exercise plan. Regular cardio can help you maintain your body weight, feel more energized, improve overall health and well-being, achieve regular sleep patterns, and lower your resting heart rate. Exercise today and improve your health for the future.
They just won. They just won.
All right, guys, you've had enough.
Game's over. Let's go. You got your keys? Let's go home.
Yeah, we got them right here, man.
All right, let's go.
Even your car knows not to drink and drive.
I guess we have to walk, man.
Think before you drink. Designated driver.
Today for Around Town, we are talking to Noah Dittman about the philanthropic contributions made by the Sigma Chi fraternity on the Fort Hays campus. Okay, so Noah, since you hold the title of historian, house manager, and risk manager, I'm assuming that you can give us a little bit of a background about Sig Chi. So let's open with that.
Well, we started out in Miami, Ohio in 1855, and we had 7 original founders who all put together the Jordan Standards, which are 7 different standards which we look for in our members. As far as Fort Hays goes, the chapter year started in 1967. We moved from 3 different houses, and we basically always had the same standards, per se.
Okay, and how does Sig Chi involve itself with philanthropy work? How does that mix into Greek life?
I mean, Greek organizations, that's kind of their main activity, is going after philanthropy events. So, I mean, basically it's just giving back to the community that gives to us, and trying to find anybody that's in help or need.
Okay. Does everybody in the frat, are they expected to participate when you do philanthropic work? How does it go down?
In the fraternity, yes. It's any philanthropy events that we do are required attendance unless there's a really good reason. I mean, for instance, if I have to go home for a family matter or whatever, then obviously I don't have to be at the event. But other than that, it's required attendance for all members.
Okay, cool. Does Sig Chi contribute to just one philanthropy, or is it multiple?
We're involved in many different philanthropies. From we have Walk a Mile, which goes towards women's shelters. Derby Days all goes back to the Huntsman's Cancer Foundation, which is also a nationwide philanthropy event through Sigma Chi. Every campus nationwide that does or that has Sigma Chi on campus has Derby Days for the whole week event, and everything goes back to the Huntsman's Cancer Foundation. Other than that, anybody that or any cause that we find that feel like needs giving back to, we also set up events for as well.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. And I heard that you guys just recently completed one of your charity events. Can you tell us about that? Is that Walk a Mile?
Yeah, we just completed Walk a Mile, which is the one that went back towards women's shelters. That is all male Greek organizations on campus, though, participate. And even if students would like to participate that aren't in Greek organizations can. It's basically you just walk a mile in her shoes. So, I mean, put on a pair of heels and walk a mile.
Oh, that's pretty enjoyable.
Not really.
Okay, well, what else do you guys do throughout the year? Is there regular events that you schedule, or can you bring in your own ideas? What goes on?
Well, I mean, things like Walk a Mile, Derby Days, or another philanthropy event that we just got done with was the all Greek games, which was for the basketball games.
And can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's basically a competition between all Greek organizations on campus, see who supports the team the most, everything else, and then of course all the proceeds go to specific groups. We had a pink out night, for instance, which is actually where this t-shirt comes from.
Hence the t-shirt.
Yes, for breast cancer awareness and things such as that. Other events that we do, obviously, we have recruitment twice a year at the beginning, second week of every semester. And also, I mean, a lot of the events that take place at the beginning of the fall semester are sponsored by Greek organizations such as us for new students coming in or whatever, whether that's water games or, pretty much all of them that happen. As far as non-organized ones that happen or non-annual, I guess, like I said, we reach out for any cause necessary. So right now I'm setting up a philanthropy event for a girl that is a legal vegetable from being hit up while she was riding her bicycle by a truck. So.
Okay, and what's that going to entail? How are you going to set that up? Like, how did you hear about it?
I met a restaurant owner in town, Terry Kinderknecht, and he told me about his 15-year-old niece in Topeka. When she was 13, was riding her bicycle and got hit by a truck, and the family has a lot of hard times with medical bills.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's a tragic story, but just started getting everything set up and together, and since we're an on-campus organization, we can do things that are on campus, obviously. So next fall, we're going to have a day in the quad where Chartwells is helping sponsor by providing sides. Terry, the restaurant owner, is providing a hog to roast, and it's going to be.
And his restaurant is, for those people
TK's Barbecue. It's downtown.
Awesome. So there would be a lot of barbecue there.
Yep, and everything goes back towards the family. And then on top of that, I'm also trying to see if I can set up a concert or a live concert, bring in a band like Randy Rogers Band or.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it would be pretty awesome.
Probably draw a pretty big crowd.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay, well, is there anything in Sig Chi's immediate future coming up that people should know about?
Derby Days. Derby Days it's around a month, I believe, from now. It's a week-long set of events that all goes back towards, all donations or anything go back towards Huntsman's Cancer Foundation. There will be banners seen in the quad or on our house. I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone knows where our house is. The only one with a big white concrete cross in the front yard. But we've got a lot of sponsors, and we have different events going on, such as the teeter-totter event, which is 48 hours where someone is always teeter-tottering. So
yep, I'm sure a lot of people on campus have walked past that.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. But.
Okay, well, I was just wondering, even if you're not a part of Greek life, is there a way to get involved in the things that you guys do?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we can do all these events, but if there's no attendance and no one contributes, then I mean, it really doesn't help out that much. It's not like we're doing all these events, and on top of that, being able to, provide all the donations. So I mean, anybody that donates, anybody that wants to get involved can come and help out. I mean, for instance, walk a mile in her shoes. You don't have to be in a Greek organization to do that.
Okay, so you can be just sign up for it and join.
Yeah, and you get a T-shirt. It's like a $15 sign up. But I mean, any contributions help, including just attendance. So.
Okay, so I was just wondering if you could give us a little bit of your side of things. Like, how did you come to Sig Chi? What was your background with that?
Well, actually, that's how I ended up at Fort Hays. I came to visit a friend who just happened to be in Sigma Chi, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't like anything or any group that I'd ever seen or been a part of before. Everyone got along really well. It was just a great big group of friends that did a lot of great things in the community, and I really liked that, which is what brought me to Hays and to Sigma Chi.
Awesome. So you say it was a pretty good life choice.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I live in-house and have a blast, and even one of the cameramen's one of my roommates, so it's a good time.
Okay, well, that's great. We're going to wrap things up now, so thank you so much to our guest, Noah Dittman, for coming in and joining us, and just back to the front news desk.
We'd like to thank the wonderful cast and crew over at Around Town. They keep doing great jobs every week. Guys, I'd like to propose a question since this is the last week, sort of midterm week, and next week is spring break. Do you have any plans?
Well, I mean, I'm probably just not going to worry about school, sit back, watch some March Madness, and just relax.
I'm probably going to be working and catching up on homework, so it'll be a good time.
Well, I'm just heading up north, back up to see my family, so and get to relax just a little bit, before you got to jump right back into school.
Yep.
That'll do it for today's edition of your Tiger Media Network News Live. Be sure to stay tuned for SGA Live at 7. For all of us here and signing off for the last time, I am Grant Rogers.
I'm Kylie Gaughan.
And I'm C.D. DeSalvo. Have a good night.